putting this and then sharing my screen with you. Someone has sent me a chat message, by the way, but I don't really have time to look at that. So don't send me chat messages unless it's well, don't send me chat messages. Just unmute yourselves and talk to me if there's something you need to say, because otherwise I don't really have a chance to look at them. But here we are. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm looking at some hands that were played in December. These were played on Friday, December the 4th. Some of you may remember these hands if you've got a good memory, if you've played them. And I'm going to look at how they went, how they should have gone, and a number of them involved the choice about whether to finesse or whether to go for another option. So here is board 4 from that Friday game. And if we look at the Traveller here, it's still on the Pinnabridge website. We can see that the makeable contracts are shown here. And the best contract looks like it's 3 no trump by North or by South. That's the only game available. If we look at the contracts, the Travellers, we can see that most people were in 3 no trump and most people didn't make it. Most people went down. The couple of positive scores, well, one person made 4 hearts and one was in 3 no trump, they made +1, and we'll see how that went. So we're going to have a look at this, how it was played a few different times, and then look at how it should have been played to make 3 no trump. Okay, so just unmute yourselves if you have a question you wish to ask, or if you wish to answer a question, and we'll have a look at how this was played on a few occasions. So this is how it was played at one table. I've removed the names from the display because I don't want to embarrass anyone. And this is the recommended bidding, actually. South has got a balanced hand with 18 points. They opened 1 diamond, their partner bids a heart, and then they show that 17 to 18 points by jumping to 2 no trump, and North goes to 3 no trump. So that's where most people ended up. Let's suppose West leads the 4 of spades, and you can see, unfortunately, that you're you are in a bit of trouble in spades. It's possible the opponents are going to take enough tricks right away to defeat you in spades, or maybe they won't. But nonetheless, we're going to do the best we can. So let's have a look before we play. Let's look at the suits, and let's try and count how many top tricks we expect in each suit. Do we have any spade tricks? Do unmute yourselves if you want to give an opinion here. No, probably not. How many heart tricks have we got?
4.
4, although the suit requires a little bit of careful handling, unblocking, in other words, you'll play the ace, king, jack, and then cross over to take the queen. But you do have 4 tricks there. How many top tricks in diamonds have you got?
1.
1. And how many top tricks in clubs have you got?
3.
You have 3. 3 top tricks. So that comes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what are the chances to make a 9th trick here? There are 2 possibilities.
Diamonds.
Diamonds is 1, and what's the other one?
Clubs.
Clubs, yeah. And to make an extra trick in diamonds is going to require really that the finesse works, that you're able to successfully finesse in diamonds, which is a roughly 50% chance. But there's a better chance here, which is that you can make 4 clubs. And to make 4 clubs, all it needs is that the missing clubs divide 3-2. In fact, on this layout, you actually have a better chance than normal, because the 2 high cards you're missing are the jack and the 10. And if they divide 4-1 in certain layouts, you can still make all 4 tricks. So would anyone like to guess what they think played perfectly, what the percentage chance of making 4 tricks in clubs is? Anyone like to hazard a guess?
It is a bit difficult, isn't it?
It's a bit difficult.
The jack and the high card,
yeah, I mean, it's normally I think it would be at least 68%, but because the way the cards are, I actually put this combination into the program suit play, I put this layout in, the exact playout, and it has said that if I play it the way they say I should play it, there's actually a 73.47% chance of making all 4 tricks. And it's telling me, you can download this program yourself, it's telling me by underlining the cards here that the way to play this is to cash the ace and king first, and then you will discover if they divide 3-2, you're fine, but if they divide 4-1, in certain situations you'll be able to finesse and make the 9 as well. So that combination, that combined way of playing it, actually comes up to 73%. So that your best chance by far here is that you can make 4 clubs, and that's better than the diamond finesse. Okay, so let's see how it goes. You play low from dummy. East plays well there. They take the jack. They play back the ace of spades. They play another spade, and as they play these spades, you're going to have to decide what to discard. Now, when this was played this way, South started off by discarding a club. That's not terrible yet, because they can still make 4 clubs here, okay? But then they took their next spade, and here Declarer discarded another club, and that is definitely a mistake. Now you can never make more than 3 clubs, okay? So after that, they shifted to a club. Declarer took their hearts now. That was a good play to unblock in hearts. But when they tried the diamond finesse, it failed, and now they're down 1. They can make the rest of the tricks, but they only made 8 tricks there. Okay. Any comments on that? It did actually make one time, and unfortunately it made due to a defensive error. This was another time it was played, 1 club, 1 heart, 2 no trump, and West again led the spade, and on this one East made the mistake of playing the ace, and this is the only time it made 3 no trump, because East made a mistake. Yes, you should normally play third hand high, but if there's an honor in dummy, the queen here, and your partner's led a low card, you should not play the ace here. You should play the jack, which is what I think a lot of the defense did. So there was good defense on this hand to defeat this contract on a number of occasions. Once you play the if there'd been no queen in dummy, it would have been right to play the ace. But because there's a queen, your partner, when they lead the 4, almost certainly has an honor or 2 in spades. Here they've got the king and the 10. So you can see the right card to play would have been the jack. Once you play the ace, now whatever you play now, Declarer is always going to make the queen of spades, and then they're going to play their other suits. They can now make their contract with the hearts. This is how it was actually played. They played over here, took their clubs, in fact, so they played that well. They didn't take the diamond finesse here. They took their heart and took their club at the end, and they made 10 tricks on that one. And that, of course, was helped by the defensive error there. How should this hand have gone? Well, when they lead a spade, you should play the jack, and after you've won the jack, what do you think you should play back to your partner? You're going to lead a spade. Any thoughts about which is the right spade to play here?
The 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
There's a vote for the 8 there.
I would play the ace.
Or the ace.
Ace.
I would, to block the suit.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, as you can see, it doesn't really matter on this layout because your partner's got 4 and you've got 4. It's worth thinking about whether it's possible your partner actually had 5. And if they had 5, it might be better for you to play the ace so that you don't have any chance of blocking the suit. On the other hand, if they had 5 and there were 3 and dummy and you started with 4, that would have left Declarer with only 1 card. And maybe the bidding suggests they've got a balanced hand by bidding that 2 no trump. So these are things to think about. On this hand, it doesn't really matter. So whether you play a low one or not, you're going to make the first 4 tricks. And of course, as these spades are played, Declarer must not sort of hold their head in their hands and think, "Oh my God, we're going to be defeated." They've got to think carefully about what to discard. And the suits you want to keep really are the clubs and the hearts. You want to make 4 tricks in each of those. So really, it's best to discard the diamonds. So they play another spade. Again, probably best to discard a diamond from each hand. You could discard a club from the north hand and still be able to make 4 tricks, but you certainly mustn't discard a club from each hand, and you mustn't discard a heart from the north hand. I hope you can see that will be a disaster. You can only make 3 tricks then if you discard that. So eventually they'll take their spades, they'll shift to another suit, and then you just have to hope for a reasonable break in clubs. You can play your hearts first, unblock the hearts. Okay, and actually when I put in this playing sequence, I didn't put in the best sequence. The best card to play now is really to play the ace king of clubs and then the club. I didn't do it the right way. I just took the queen, then took my queen. But as long as the clubs divide 3-2, you'll make your contract there. Okay. Any comments on that one?
No.
Okay. Here's another one, both from the same hand, same game. This was board 6, and here you can see East-West have got game in, well, no trump or in spades. I would expect the bidding to start off here with East opening 1 no trump, and whether South bids or not here, which I think they should, South should really end up in 4 spades there with 15 points and a 6 card suit. You can see that virtually everyone did end up in 4 spades. A lot of people made it. Some people went down, and I thought I'd have a look at ones where it didn't make where it could have done. So this, as I said, was the recommended bidding on this one. 1 no trump, 2 hearts by South, and then jump to 4 spades by West. Okay, and North leads the 3 of hearts, and it turns out that's a singleton. So before we go any further, Declarer can actually see he's in a bit of trouble here with the heart suit, and he's likely to lose 3 heart tricks because South has probably got the honours, and either by taking them or by giving partner a ruff, he'll lose 3 tricks there. Where else might Declarer lose a trick here?
Clubs.
Clubs is another one. Yeah. You've got a potential club loser, haven't you? You're not going to lose any diamonds, barring some horrible distribution. You're not going to lose any spades. But although when people see that club situation with the ace queen, they're sort of lured into taking that finesse. There's actually no need to take the finesse on this hand, because in diamonds you've got the ace king queen, and that will provide a discard. So that's going to be our option. So let's suppose we play low here. On this hand, South took the queen. They played back the ace. North discarded. So when they played another heart, North was able to ruff. So as predicted, you lost the first 3 heart tricks. They then led a diamond. Okay, and Declarer took that one, which was great. And now, what would you do as Declarer?
Draw trumps.
Draw trumps, yeah. The Declarer drew trumps here. So they start off with the jack, and they played another round, and they took the ace. Now there was a ruff before, so that actually all the trumps are now gone. They played a club here, and they didn't even take the finesse here. They played the ace, and then they really got in a bit of a muddle here, because once they've done that, they can't take 2 diamonds here, I think, because they're blocked. Before they did this, before they knocked out their entry, they should have played the queen of diamonds, and then they could have played the king. Now, unfortunately, they play the king and queen together, wasting a trick. And although they can ruff this one, they're left at the end with a club loser. They did well to play off all their trumps here in case your opponent discard, but at the end they lost a club.
Right.
Okay, so that didn't go very well. Let's have a look at it played another time. Similar bidding on this one, and again the 3 of hearts is played. Let's see what happens here. Very similar, that they got a ruff there. Then a diamond was played again to the ace. Now declarer starts drawing trumps. They took the ace and king. They did better here and played the queen of diamonds. Then they played the club, and they took the ace there. So here declarer has done very well so far, and now for some reason they slip up. And instead of catching the king of diamonds, they played a club. I don't know if it was a misclick, but that was unfortunate. And again, they went down. Okay. So how should this one have gone? Again, they start off with their hearts. They take 3 hearts, which you can't do anything about. And if we just go back to this point here, we've just taken the ace of hearts, and we're now going to lead a heart for my partner to ruff. We know South is going to lead one of these hearts for North to ruff, and you can actually lead anything you want here, because you know it's going to be ruffed by North. And this is actually a time where the card you play can be used as a suit preference signal. In other words, we are going to lead a heart which my partner is going to ruff, and when he's ruffed, which suit would we like him to play back to us?
Club.
A club,
Clubs.
because we've got the king jack sitting over the ace queen there, so we want a club back. So although your partner may win this and might return a club, the best thing for you to do is to indicate a suit that you're interested in by whether you play back a high heart or a low heart. Now, the way it works when you're giving a suit preference signal is you ignore the trump suit, spades, you ignore the suit being led, hearts, and instead the heart you play is going to be indicative of whether you want your partner to lead back a club or a diamond. So if you wanted a diamond back, you would lead back a high heart, the 7 or maybe even the queen, to indicate you wanted to lead back a diamond. But here you want him to lead back the lower ranking of the 2 suits. So you lead back, you play a low heart, he'll ruff that, and if he gets a message, he'll play back a club to you. Now, what should declarer play here?
Queen. Probably the ace.
Yeah, the answer is not the queen,
Yeah.
because you're going to be defeated. You've lost 3 tricks already, and if the finesse fails, you're going to be defeated here. And there's no need for the finesse because of the diamond situation. Because you've got the ace, queen, king, you're going to be able to discard a club on that 3rd diamond, and there's no need for any finesse at all. So you play your ace here. You just have to be a little bit careful about how you play the suits now. It's a good idea, I think, to keep that jack of spades in case you need it to get to dummy. So play the ace and the king from your hand. That's all the trumps gone. So now all we're going to need to do is to play the diamonds and then cross to the jack of spades. So we'll just play the ace queen, cross over to the jack, and do the right thing finally, and discard that club on the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
Make out 10 tricks, okay. So that a lot of people, when they see a finessing situation, they're immediately tempted to try it, but it's often not the right thing if there's a better alternative. Any questions or comments on that?
No.
One more to look at, and this was board 8, again from the same session, and you can see that the makeable contracts is actually 6 no trump or 6 diamonds, and North has got 24 points. Sorry, South's got 24 points. North's got 10. And if we look at the traveller here, you can see that nearly everyone ended up in 6 no trump, and sadly, very few people made it. One made 6 diamonds, one was in 4 no trump plus 2, but most people in 6 no trump went down. So let's have a look at this. Again, we're going to look at it being played 3 ways, and let's start with the bidding on this. Sorry, it's just sometimes it's a bit slow bringing up the hands. Let's have a look at the bidding on this. Now, South, we said, has got 24 points and a fairly balanced hand. And they open 2 clubs on this hand. Okay? Now, what should North reply with this hand?
3 spades. Two spades? No.
North, you've got 10 points here.
2 no trumps.
You've got 10 points here. So you should make a positive reply, not 2 diamonds, but you don't have a good 5-card suit of your own. So yes, the right bid is 2 no trump. That would tell your partner you've got 8 or more points, but no good 5-card suit. So 2 no trump would be my choice. On this occasion, they bid 3 hearts, which is definitely not the right bid. I mean, to start with, it's a jump, which you don't need to jump there. And even 2 hearts should normally indicate a 5-card suit. Anyway, they bid 3 hearts, 4 no trump, asking for aces, 5 diamonds showing 1, and they ended up in 6 no trump. And as I said, nearly everyone played this in 6 no trump. And what are they? The opponents on most tables led a spade. And what I'd like you to do is, looking at the North and South hands, have a little count and tell me how many top tricks you have definitely.
4 spade tricks.
All together, or counting all the suits together. So take a minute, count up
6,
your tricks,
11.
let me know.
10, 11,
11.
12.
11.
I make it that we've got 4 spades, 2
11.
hearts, we've got 3 diamonds for sure, and we've got 2 clubs, which I make it as 11 tricks on that one. Okay? So I've got 11 top tricks for sure. Where could I make some more tricks? I think there are 2 possibilities.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah. There's the Jack of Hearts, which would be a finesse.
Yeah.
Okay. Or the other possibility is a diamonds. Is in the diamonds, isn't it? Now, I've got 3 definite top tricks. And what you need to do on the diamonds is think about how the missing diamonds are divided. And the question on this layout is, what's the most and what's the fewest number of diamonds I'll be able to make here? The fewest is 3, and what's the most?
4. 5. 5.
5.
It depends how they divide, doesn't it? We've got 7 diamonds. That means the opponents have got 6. And if they were divided 3-3, we could make all the diamonds, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And even if they're divided 4-1, we sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, even if they're divided 4-2, sorry, 4-2, then we could make 4 tricks there. In other words, we'd lose 1, but we'd gain 1.
Yeah.
In fact, I ran this suit combination also through suit play, and the probability of being able to make at least 4 tricks is, what do you think? Any ideas?
70%.
It's very good. It's actually 90%.
Mm.
Okay, your chance of making at least 4 tricks is 9. Your chance of making all 5 tricks is about 38%, but the chance of making at least 4 is nearly 90%. So that is by far the best option. Okay,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most people didn't find that line. This is one of the times it was played. Declarer took the ace, took the jack, and then they played the diamonds, 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, and they played a 3rd diamond, and they discovered the bad break, and unfortunately they gave up on the diamonds, and they just took their other tricks. They took their king. They didn't even finesse here. They were just sort of playing off their winners here, maybe hoping that the opponents discard something at the end. But at the end, they can take their clubs, but they're going to lose a diamond, and they lost a spade as well. And they only made 11 tricks on this one. There was one declarer who actually made a 12 tricks, although they didn't bid it. Here the bidding went 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no trump, 4 no trump. So obviously there was a bit of confusion about what that 4 no trump meant there. They ended in 4 no trump, and West was on lead here, and West led a diamond. Now, the diamond that West actually led on this hand was actually the 4 of diamonds.
Should be jack of them.
It should be the jack. You've got the jack 10 8 that counts as a near sequence, and you should lead the jack. And here, by leading the 4, you actually give declarer a chance to win this trick with the 7. Unfortunately, what happened? Declarer wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
No.
And played the ace. Okay, so there were sort of 2 mistakes that counteracted each other, if you like. There, actually, after this, declarer played very well because they played their spades, they took their diamonds, and even though the diamonds broke badly, they carried on with diamonds. They forced out the jack, but when they got back in, they were able to take their last diamond and ended up with 12 tricks here, even though they didn't bid the slam. Okay, so that's how that one ended there. That lead actually gave declarer a chance to make all 13 tricks. If they'd taken the first trick with the 9, they could have taken all the diamonds there. So how should the bidding have gone on this one? Let's just have a look at the recommended bidding and the recommended play on this one. And yeah, South has got a balanced hand with 24 points. So on this hand, you open 2 clubs, planning to rebid 2 no trump. Now, as I said, North here should make a positive reply, but with no 5-card suit of their own that they want to bid, they bid 2 no trump. And that bid is quite interesting because they passed originally, you know, they don't have 12 points. It actually limits a hand to about 8, 9, 10, or 11 points, 8 to 11 points, because they passed originally. So you may, I mean, you could ask for aces if you like, but you know you're not missing 2 aces here, which is what Blackwood is meant to be used for. So maybe you just go straight to 6 no trump. You know your partner doesn't have 12 points, so it's unlikely you've got enough for a grand slam, and maybe you'd end up in just 6 no trump. And then if it's played by North, then East is likely to lead a club. And let's just think about how to play this. will win this trick. And there are a couple of options here as to the order in which you play the suits. You could go straight for the diamonds here. Another thing you could try to do is to play the spades first. And there's some merit in that, in that if you play off 4 rounds of spades, maybe someone will have a diamond that they will discard that may help you make an extra diamond. On the other hand, let's just think about it. If I play, say, the ace and the jack here, if I now want to take my remaining spades, I can only get there really playing it this way with a heart, and then maybe that would cut down on my chances to finesse later on if I want to try a heart finesse. So let's not do that. Let's just play the diamonds. We'll play the ace, the king, and once everyone has followed to those 2 rounds of diamonds, your contract is now guaranteed. Because if you're lucky when you play the queen, the missing diamonds will fall and you'll make all 5 diamonds. Or if you're unlucky and the diamonds divide badly, what do you play now?
Diamond.
Another diamond.
Diamond.
You're losing. You need the diamond. It's guaranteed now. Just play the diamond. You've still got stoppers in all the other suits. Whatever they play, you can win that one, and then you'll make your 12th trick with the diamond. Okay? And then you can claim at the end. All right. So that one, really everyone should have made 12 tricks on that one. And there's no need to try any other line other than cashing the diamonds. On a good day, you'll make all 13 tricks. And even if they divide 4-2 as they do here, you'll make 12 tricks on that. Any questions on that? So it was all about, not necessarily going for the finesse here, but trying to find the best option. Anyway, I've opened up the games now, and do go ahead and join those. And if there are no more questions, I'll see you online around 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you
No,
very
I've
much.
got a quick question.
I have one
Yeah,
question.
sorry, it's a question. Yeah, go ahead and ask your
I've
question.
got a question.
Yeah.
If North had in spades the king and a 10 and a 3 and let's say a 2, so they had less points, what would they have bid with say 6 points?
Two diamonds.
They would have.
So 2 diamonds is a negative, showing 0 to 7.
Oh, okay. 0 to 7 is a negative, all the way up to 7.
But
Yeah.
but without the queen, it's 8 points, isn't it?
As it is, you've got 10 points. Okay? So
Yeah.
if you're 0 to 7, then bid 2 diamonds. If you're 8 or more points, then find a positive reply. Either 2 no trumps.
Okay, but if partner has opened 2 clubs,
Yeah,
they're showing 23 plus points.
yeah.
So surely if you had 2 or 3 points, you could go into a contract
Okay.
because you'd have 25 between you.
Yeah. So all you're doing when you're responding to 2 clubs, and there's a video on this subject, is your first reply. Let me just see if I can show you a copy on my bidding sheet. I don't know if you can see it there, but have a look on this bidding sheet, and it basically says that responding to an opening bid of 2 clubs with 0 to 7 points, you bid. I don't think you'll be able to see it, depending on your screen. But with 0 to 7 points, you bid 2 diamonds. With 8 or more points, you bid 2 no trump. So, let's suppose you'd opened 2 clubs with this hand, and your partner bid 2 diamonds. What would you rebid with this hand?
You show your 5 card major.
3 no trump.
No, the answer is 2 no trump.
Yeah.
Two no trump. So an opening bid of 2 no trump shows it 20 to 22. And if you have more than that, 23 or 24, you open 2 clubs and then rebid 2 no trump. And that's what I would do with this hand. I wouldn't, by the way, show my diamond suit because it's a minor. I think I'll just treat it as a balanced hand. So it would go 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump. Now my partner knows I've got a balanced hand with 23 or 24 points, and they can decide what to do. If they bid 3 no trump, that will be it. Or if they bid something else, that's up to them. Okay.
How could they? Oh, they couldn't get up to 6 no trump with that sort of hand anyway, could they?
Well,
They would probably finish in 3.
yeah, that's right. If you show a balanced hand with 23 or 24 points, and if they've got, say, 6 points, they will probably stop in 3 no trump.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Jenny. See you
Anyway,
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
thank you all very much, and we'll see
Thank
you
you.
online in a little bit. Okay.
Okay, Norma, I'll go there now. Norma.
Hi. Hello.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.